Crystal.
Hi, everyone. Good night. Good night, everyone. This evening, Lisa and myself, we're here to have a little chat with Miss Roxanne Lewis. And just to give you a bit of insight, Miss Lewis is a seasoned business consultant and system strategist. She has completed her master's degree in management studies, along with many other certificates in the related field. So she has an impressive track record spanning over 8 years. Therefore, I would highly recommend her when it comes to organizing, streamlining, and propelling your business forward. All right, so Roxanne, how are you doing?
I am good. Thank you so much, Crystal Fortune and Miss Lisa, for the invitation to Women Empowering Women. Yeah, so tonight's presentation is going to be on the dynamics of entrepreneurship.
Right.
So hi, everyone. I thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate your warm welcome. Thank you so much again for the opportunity. Helping female entrepreneurs is my passion. As Crystal echoed earlier before, I have been doing it for over 8 years. Plus, you graduate Masters of Science in Management Studies. So I help female entrepreneurs build blissful businesses that are in alignment with their purpose. Right? So I also help with business systems. I'm a business system strategist, a business consultant, and I also help with setting up marketing automations for your business, which we will discuss later on. Right? So I would like to know with the persons here on this live, what kind of businesses do you have? If you could just put it in the chat. Yeah, what kind of businesses do you have? So we can know who we have among us, whether you have a product-based business or a service-based business. Krista, could you let me know if anybody is participating in the chat?
I'm not seeing anyone on my line.
Okay. Right, so what is a business? A business is a legally recognized organization that provides goods or services, or some businesses provide both goods and services to consumers, businesses, and governmental entities. So the first operational word in this sentence is that it's a legally recognized organization. So to be categorized as a business, it must be legally registered by legal affairs within Trinidad and Tobago or any other legal enterprise within the country that you're going to start up your business. Right? So if your business is not registered, we term it as a hustle. But to really get your business organized, the first step is registering your business legally.
Right.
Right? And it's coming up with a product or service that the market needs, or a combination of both. And later on, we discussed too that although you're providing a service, you could produce a good that will enable your business to scale, like a coaching product, a webinar, ebook, a course, right? That you're able to sell on the market at where you are allowed to scale your business. Because when you're providing a service and the service you're providing is up to you alone to provide that service, you cannot take your business to another level. You can't scale the business or multiply the business. So you take your expertise and you produce a product with it that would allow you to scale. Yeah, everybody's with me?
Right.
Right, so like somebody into real estate will produce a real estate course. Right, will produce a real estate course to scale their product. Will produce a real estate membership to help persons interested in real estate to start up their business. And that's how they scale. That's how they make their millions, their six-figure businesses, not just with their service, but producing their service, their expertise to create a product to scale. Right? So what do you do after you register your business? in Trinidad and Tobago, you're supposed to get your BIR number. Your BIR number is what you're going to use to pay your taxes and have your business legally structured. So in the event that you want to scale or borrow a loan from the bank or from Netco, right? Or you want to seek additional funding, or you want to engage in tendering activities with the government or so forth, your business must be properly structured legally, right? Which is your tax clearance, which is what you're going to get from your BIR number, paying all your taxes and making sure your taxes is up to date. Opening your business bank account, I cannot stress how important it is to have a business bank account. Because if you're involved in producing a good, you're going to some point at the time need a credit card, you're going to some point in time need funding from a financial institution to purchase machinery or equipment to take your business to another level.
Right.
Yeah? And the bank would want to see evidence of your inflows and your outflows.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's always best advised that when you register your business, you immediately organize your business bank account. Because what that helps saves you is that if you have been in business for over 2 years or so, and you want to open a business bank account, the bank is going to ask you for financial audited statements, meaning that you have to produce financial statements signed and authorized by a chartered accountant, which could be a starting cost of $8,000. Yeah, but if you recently register your business within a year time frame, you can produce 3-year cash projections, cash flow projections, and the bank would accept it. Yeah?
Right.
So it's always advised, it's always easier to start when you are interested in a business bank account after you register your business to organize your business bank account immediately. And I help female entrepreneurs with that process as well. And what is needed to set up your business bank account is your 3-year cash flow projections, 2 forms of ID, a proof of address. And if the proof of address is not in your name, an authorization letter is needed from whosoever is on the utility bill. Right, so I always advise people, especially entrepreneurs, in the early stages to organize a business bank account, because most banks, if you're looking for funding, they ask to see at least 2 years financial statements for your businesses. Yeah, so you can also list your business in various directories, such as the Chamber of Commerce and online business directories, and create an online presence. Create social media accounts with LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and all these various popular platforms to market your business. Yeah, so the steps in organizing your business legally: you register your business, you get your taxation number, which is your BIR number, you open your business bank account, which is very important. You list your business in various directories, and you create an online presence.
Roxanne, permit me to interject a second, please. In regard to, you spoke about opening the business account and the importance of it. Can you touch a bit on commingling? Because I think a lot of persons, when they start in business, I myself could attest to that, right? I didn't know that commingling was even a thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I was doing it for like probably about 2 years without knowing that it was something illegal.
Yeah, it is illegal. And I remember a young lady came to me and she's been a hairdresser for over 14 years. And she is now wanting to set up a business bank account. So how is that going to reflect to the bank that you have been in business 14 years and you have nothing to show for the financial transaction that occurred in your business? But you want a loan. But you will not get a loan because you have been in business 14 years and you have nothing financially to show, right? So your business bank account saves you in the long run from all that stresses of, financial problems or financial hiccups to, get further funding for your business. I'm even helping a young lady right now who has a bakery and she has no system, no banking account, and she wants funding from Netco. And now she wants to set up the business bank account. So it's like your business is now starting from the day you have your bank account.
Right.
So all those years before, yeah, you lose out on that financial backing for your business.
And it could also cause you problems with the law, which is...
It also causes a problem with the law, yeah. And even with NIS and BIR, a lot of businesses are not having problems with that because they're not paying, and then that accumulation occurs and you get in trouble with the government. So I think it's important as entrepreneurs that we educate ourselves about the legal aspects of running a business.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, so who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who knows how to turn ordinary things into special opportunities, is far-sighted, always expanding, always looking to the future. Entrepreneurs have creative qualities and always want to change many things around them. So entrepreneurs are problem solvers. They look for problems and they convert them into opportunities. And solving problems is where the money at. The more problems you can solve, the more money you're going to generate. Yeah? So the more difficult the problem, the more money is going to cost.
Yeah.
So I have been working recently with this company in Florida, and they help businesses generate leads. And some of their clients, one of their clients pay $50,000 US to this company to help them generate leads to bring in clients in their business. So the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you make. And that's what entrepreneurs do. We solve problems. We always look for opportunities. We're supposed to have the time to be creative, to let our creative genes flow. And that's the thing, as sole trader businesses, if we fully invested in our business and we're doing all the technical work, we don't have the time to flow with the creative juices. We don't have the time to do the entrepreneur work, the strategic work, because we're doing the technical work.
Right.
Yeah. So if you have a bakery,
right.
you are the owner of the business. You are the baker. You're the one taking the phone calls. You're the one taking the orders. You are the one doing deliveries. You're burnt out. You're exhausted.
Exactly.
You don't have the time to really generate ideas, which is the work of an entrepreneur. Right? You don't have the time to really be a leader, right, in your field, because you're so consumed with the technical work. You're doing the technical work, you're doing the managerial work, you're doing the entrepreneur work. Right? So the entrepreneur is someone who solves problems, always looking for opportunities, and they convert problems into opportunities. And they are far-sighted. They're always looking at the future. They're visionaries, right? So is entrepreneurship for everyone? Anyone can start a business, but entrepreneurship is not for everyone, because entrepreneurship requires massive commitment, discipline. Yeah, it requires certain traits that everyone has. And I remember a time I was speaking to my sister. She's an accountant and she works with Paria. And she and I was having a conversation about business. And she was asking me, sometimes about sales that she tried already, because she started with a gym business selling gym clothing. And it didn't work out for her because she said, I don't have the patience to run a business. Because you're reaching out, these clients reaching out to you, and you're not getting the conversion from the leads to sales. So she is saying that business is not for her. Yeah, so entrepreneurship is not for everybody based on the characteristics that is needed and what is required to really make a business a success, which we'll do we'll discuss on this slide. Entrepreneurship takes time, money, capital, and effort. It's more exhausting and outright stressful as compared to a regular job. As an entrepreneur, we have more responsibilities. We have people that we are responsible for. We are responsible for leading. So even with a business, you always have to be thinking about how to generate revenue in your business. And say, for example, you have employees to pay. You always have to be thinking, about all these dynamics that goes into running a business: capital, how to take the business to another level, management of staff. Yeah. So most people don't want to be bothered with building a business. They're comfortable with just working a 9-to-5 job. because they're not into all the stress of starting a business. Remember, entrepreneurship is long-term, right? So entrepreneurship requires building this idea that you have until it flourishes and really get to that level that you want it to. So it requires time, blood, sweat, and tears, and time and money, and sacrifices. And a lot of people are not willing to sacrifice to see that idea that they have, flourish into this long-term success.
Roxanne, I just wanted to add something, that you were saying, entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Not everybody would possess that tenacity and that drive and the passion and the vigor and everything, right? And another thing too with entrepreneurship is discipline. Because, there are times when it is, you don't want to get up out of bed.
You don't want to, yeah.
We're
going to talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that in detail.
Right, yeah.
Right, so characteristics of an entrepreneur: passion. An entrepreneur must be passionate about what they want to venture into. Why? When the hard times come, it's going to help you to stay the course.
Exactly.
So I always encourage, that's why I say for my business, I want to work with purpose-oriented individuals, because when you connect your business to something that is bigger than you, it helps you to stay the course, to be disciplined, to take the risk, because your business is something that is grander, is huge. It's connected to helping people, it's connected to serving people. So you show up, whether you feel like showing up or not.
Yes.
Yeah, you show up. And as you rightfully said, Crystal, discipline, because not all the time you're motivated.
So true.
Exactly.
Not all the time you're motivated to do business. Not all the time you want to get up and do it. There's sometimes I feel like not leaving my bed.
Exactly. And one of the things about social media, they tend to give us this picture of, being an entrepreneur. It's all glitz and glamour, and they show us the glamorous aspect, the end result. So people would look at that and be like, wow, I want to be an entrepreneur too, but we're not seeing the cons of that. Getting up early in the morning, the discipline, having to do it in spite of how you feel, and wealth and success don't come overnight.
It won't.
It takes time.
And the rejection too that happens, because not every time somebody gives you that support in your business.
Exactly.
So as I was telling somebody recently, you need to take the emotions out of the sale process, because she recently started in business and she was being rejected a lot with her service. But remember, she's now starting off in business and she don't have a lot of evidence to show that she could do this thing. So she's being rejected by a lot of people. So I'm saying even seasoned people in business sometimes business is slow sometimes.
Exactly.
And all the time you have consistent sales. Sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's not that good. But you keep going. You encourage yourself and you keep going because you have a vision. And as I always say, entrepreneurship is mindset. So you have to always feed your mind positively. Yeah, you always have to feed your mind positively. It's spiritual. So every morning you wake up and you have that habit, that routine of building up you first before you build up anybody else. Because you can't build up anybody else without filling your cup first.
So true.
Yeah.
Agree.
So a lot of people don't see that behind the scenes part of being an entrepreneur, and you sacrifice. Sometimes you have to do it out to invest in certain things in your business until that business really reaches to that level where it's fully funding itself. Yeah, in the infancy stage where you are the business, you have to use a lot of your resources to build your business. And sometimes you don't see returns right away. In accounting or economics, they call it a break even, where you just cover your costs. Yeah. So even with entrepreneurs, you have to be innovative. You always have to be thinking of the next thing to really take your business, because everything is seasonal. What works in this season won't work in the next season. Right? So you have to be innovative as an entrepreneur and be flexible, right? To be able to adapt to change, because there's certain things that you will think of in your business that may not work, that you may have to pivot a bit. Yeah, so you have to be open to change as well and be flexible and adaptable to change as an entrepreneur. And persistent, very important. You have to be persistent to see this thing manifest. This idea to manifest, you have to be persistent. And again, aligning it with your passion and your purpose would help to, for you to be persistent. You have to be a risk taker as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are risk takers. I invested money in my business and I lost money. I invested money into marketing, and this person who said he was going to do this, $1,000 US, he never did it. That was a risk I took.
Yes.
And I lost that money. So, and I'm okay. I dust myself up and I move off again. I move on again to something else, so yeah, entrepreneurship, you really have to have that strength. You really have to have that strength, that tenacity, as Krista was saying earlier on. There's certain characteristics that they need to possess in order to survive as an entrepreneur. Go ahead, Krista.
As we were just touching there on discipline, right? So do you think that our personal growth can play a crucial part in our business growth as well?
Right, so as we're going to touch later on, your business is a direct reflection of you, the owner. So if you as the owner of the business is disorganized, your business will be disorganized.
Exactly.
If you as a business owner is limited in knowledge, your business will reflect that limitation.
Right.
If you as a business owner is greedy, your business will reflect that. So your business growth is totally reliant on the business owner. So to really take your business to another level, you have to change. Because many times when your business is not going well, the problem is not the business, it's you.
I agree.
Yeah, so you don't have the business that you want because you have not become the person needed to get that business to another level. So personal growth is foundational, is paramount. It cannot be stressed how important. That is why you create habits. You create habits of at least maybe reading 1 hour a day, being updated within your field, at least maybe having a target to read 2 books a day, because reading helps to expand the mind. It helps to, creating habits helps to make you disciplined and helps with your productivity. So if you really want to change your identity, you need to develop effective habits and effective daily habits. If you speak to all these successful people, they have daily habits. I was listening to a podcast with Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama wakes up 5 o'clock every morning. She exercises, she meditates, she reads. Their life is systemized, and that's why they will produce and be productive, and they're going to be effective in what they're in.
I agree.
Yeah, because their life is systemized. They have systems.
You establish a daily routine.
A daily routine.
It brings order.
As anything will go. If you don't have nothing in place, anything will happen and it will go with that day, and your day will not be productive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you set out to have, you command your day, you set out, you plan your day, yeah, and you have daily habits, it's going to help you to be productive and get to your goals. And it's okay to develop goals, but you need to have systems to bring the goals to manifestation. Because a lot of people have goals, but they have no systems to bring their goals into manifestation. How are you going to achieve your goal? So the system is supposed to be emphasized more than the goal. Yeah, so personal development, Crystal, is an excellent question. Excellent. Because your business leaders are readers, and your business cannot get to that other dimension without you developing yourself. Right. Yeah, so you have to do the inner work. You have to do the inner work. Entrepreneurship is a lot of work. It's not just on your business, but it's you first, because you is what is going to take the business to another level. You have to work on that, your personality, to be able to deal with people, to deal with employees, to motivate your staff, to be an effective leader, to come up with new ideas. How are you going to come up with new ideas? That means you always have to be reading, you always have to be updated with what is going on in your field, to be an inspiration to you, to come up with new ideas that will generate revenue. Entrepreneurs must be resourceful. They must know how to budget. we hear about entrepreneurs that take $200 and convert it into $1 million companies. So you must be able to be resourceful with your time, with your money.
I agree.
Management is very, 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 very important.
I agree. Time management is most essential.
Most essential.
Yes.
Most essential. Create your to-do list in the morning. You organize, or the day before. You know, I use a system called ClickUp, and that system is where I organize all my work, and is where I manage my team too. So there's software available too. You could even research it, and it's free to use ClickUp. It helps you manage your daily tasks. It helps you to increase your productivity. It helps you to even assign work to your team, and everything is managed on one platform. Right? So the name of it is ClickUp, and you can research that. It helps you to manage your productivity. As entrepreneurs, we ought to manage our time supremely effectively. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So growth stages of a business. We have the infancy stage of a business, the adolescent stage of a business, and the maturity stage of a business. So in the infancy stage of a business, the business owner is the business. We call them the sole traders, and all businesses start off like that, where the business cannot function without the owner. That's in the beginning stage of the business, right? The business and the owner is one. So the owner is doing all the technical work. The owner is doing say, for example, a consultancy business. The owner is setting all the appointments. The owner is executing all of the consultancy work. The owner is doing all the book work. The owner is doing everything in pertaining to the business. And what that leads to? It leads to burnout. It leads to burnout. It leads to decreasing your creative juices. Yeah. And when you're burnout, I remember going through that stage, like all entrepreneurs go through that stage. When you go through that stage, it's like I had to find help because it's only so much you could do on your own, and that could affect your health. It could affect your health. You're all stressful, you can't function properly, and you need to have, your thinking pattern needs to be really strategic and creative as an entrepreneur. So the other stage is the adolescent stage, where it's the stage that you reach out for help. If you want to survive in business and you want to pass the infancy stage, you have to reach out for help. You need to reach out for somebody to help you in your business. And now I have two persons that works with me. I have somebody that works on my systems, and I have someone that works with my social media and administrative work. And I have somebody that do all the business registration and all of that. So all those things I hire people now to help with that, because I want to take on more work. I want to scale my business. I don't want my business to be at that one level all the time. And I don't want to be always stressed out. I want to be able to go on a vacation in the morning and my business is still operating. So I seek help because I was really stressed out and burnout. And that is where the adolescent stage comes in, where you seek help to help you survive in your business. And the maturity stage is where the owner step back. The maturity stage is where most of these top companies are, like Coca-Cola, Nike, Louis Vuitton, all these KFC, Subway, all these major franchises. They are in the maturity stage. Their business function without the owner, and they are able to multiply their business operations all over the world. Because why? Their systems are refined and their procedures, right? They operate based on systems, and they have standard operating procedures in place whereby everything is systemized. So one of their burgers must be the same all over the world because their business is systems oriented and not people oriented. So if somebody leaves the business today or tomorrow, the business is still able to function because the business functions on systems. There are policies, there are procedures that govern the business. And that is mature businesses. And that's where all of us should want our businesses to get to that level. Yeah?
Roxanne, let me ask you this. When do you know, right, that it's time to go from one stage? I mean, in regard to the infancy to the adolescence, it's sort of easy because you might get burnt out and you're tired. You may even start to resent what you do. You know, sometimes you just don't feel that passionate anymore.
That is true because you're fully invested in it. That's so true, Lisa. Well said.
Right. But the mature stage, when it gets to the mature stage, because remember that's your baby, right? And you know, stepping back, I feel for some persons, I don't want to say a lot of persons because I don't have any data to back that up or statistics, but I feel that, you know, this is something you're passionate, this is your baby, and to step back and leave it, you know, leave sole responsibility in the hands of others, what is it may be different parts of different aspects of the business, you know, you might be a bit, you know, but nevertheless, the question is, how do you know when you reach that stage, when it's time to step back and allow, is it based on the bank account, you know, it has grown, you can afford, is it based on the employees, how they operate, how they function, the few that you had in the adolescent stage, they're maturing well, I could leave them now. What? How do you know when it's time to go from one stage to the other?
Okay, so as you said, you understand the movement from the infancy stage to the adolescent stage.
Can you reiterate that, Roxanne? We didn't hear you.
No, what Lisa was saying is that she understands the movement from the infancy stage to the adolescent stage. So you're asking the question now, how do you know from the adolescent stage to move to the maturity stage? Right. When, as you rightfully said, your bank account, the figures are there so you can now expand. You could bring more team members on. You can now open up another branch because now the business. Rihanna, I don't know if you recently heard that Rihanna recently stepped down as the CEO of a business.
Oh, I didn't know.
Rihanna recently stepped down and a lot of people questioned that move, but that was a good move. Rihanna understands business because this person that she really recently hired is like a top CEO in America. So she is going to take the business now to another dimension that Rihanna can't take it.
Right.
And that's what Rihanna said too. But we understand the CEO is a position. It's just a job position. Rihanna is still an entrepreneur. So I think that's what we need to understand is that Rihanna is still the owner of the business, but the CEO is just a position. Right, so Rihanna's bank account for her business now is now established where she could step down and hire somebody else now to be the CEO to take it more to a higher level, which is the Fenty brand. Right, so when your business reaches a certain level in terms of finance, and you can now, okay, we could invest in this other branch, we can now invest in bringing on now maybe a business development manager, we can now pay that person to take that business now to a maturity stage. So we can now have the resources, the finances to hire top tier employees. We can now have the finances to invest in other branches to take the business to the maturity stage.
Right. Yeah. One other thing, Roxanne, as you mentioned, Rihanna and what she did recently. I feel that most of us, myself included, don't really understand true wealth as it relates to what we want at the end of the day. Because most people look at it in well, you know, they count it as dollars and cents. But the ability to spend more time with family, to travel, see places, time, basically. Let me put this in a nutshell so we could close it off easy. Time. Having the time to do the things that you really, really want to do. You know, and for me personally, that's the wealth that I am going for, the type of wealth that I'm going for.
That is my goal. And as you rightfully said, is what is your primary aim? What is your primary aim in business? Do you want to create a business that will create freedom for you? Yeah, what is your goal? Is what do you vision your future life to be? And then you're going to organize your business around that. Right. Lisa, that's an excellent point. Is what do you really want? Because I want freedom. And that's why I ventured in entrepreneurship. I want freedom. And that is when the business is supposed to serve your life.
Right.
You create a business to serve your life. Right? You create the business to serve you. And I think it was a boss move to me when I really analyzed what Rihanna did. A lot of people question, but they don't understand business. They don't understand that the CEO is just a position. Rihanna is still the owner of Fenty.
Right.
But maybe Rihanna's goal in this stage now of her life is to have more freedom to spend with her business. And to be in a position like that, it requires a lot of time on her part where she won't have the flexibility to, really spend a lot of time in her family. So it's all about really what is your primary aim? And then what is your primary aim? You're going to structure your business around that. What do you really want your business to be? What do you really want your business to do? Because your business really is supposed to serve your life. Your business and your life are two separate entities. Your business is not your life. Your business and your life are governed by different principles and procedures. Yeah. So is what you really want your business to do? And I think those are questions that we need to ask ourselves with business. And I think a lot of persons that enter into business, why they don't survive, is that they have this entrepreneurship seizure. They're frustrated with their job. They want to leave their job, and they leave their job to start this business, but they don't really know what they get it into. So they leave their job to work in their job, to work in a job. So they're self-employed. And that's what self-employed means, that you have a job within your business. Your business is you. You hear that word, self-employed. You're employed in your business. So your business is you, and your business is not separate from you. So to really get a business that is separate from you, you need to organize structure and systems where the business, you work on your business and not in it. You're not fully invested in the technical work of the business. Right? So entrepreneurship is mindset, and each stage of growth requires a different mindset. Right? So the infancy stage requires a different mindset. You cannot go into the adolescent stage with an infancy mindset. You can't go into the maturity stage with an adolescent mindset. So each stage of growth requires a different mindset. And as minimum, the mindset of the next step must be developed in the previous stage. However, I think there's a key point. The most successful businesses are begun by owners who from the very start have the mindset of an entrepreneur and not a self-employed person. They have the mindset of they want to take their business to international markets, to take their business on an international scale. So they start up the business with that vision. So your business, as we were saying earlier on, is nothing more than a distinct reflection of who you are. So your business represents, your business is who you are. If you're a classy person, your business will be classy. If you are a colorful person, your business will represent that. That will now become your brand. So that's why, as Krista was asking about the importance of personal development. Yeah. So if you really want your business to grow and to really handle the foundation and the structure of your growth, you need to develop. It's all on you. Right. Yep. Yeah. So your business is a direct reflection of you. And if your business is to change, as it must continuously to thrive, if your business must thrive and you want to survive in business, you have to change first. There's no butter on it. If you really want your business to survive, you as the owner of the business must change. If you want to see change in your business, you have to change first. If you want your business to grow, you have to grow first. Your personal development is directly aligned to your business success. So your job is to prepare yourself and your business for growth. So your job is not just to prepare your business for growth. Most of the time we think of business growth and we're not thinking about personal development. We're not thinking about how we as the owner of the business growing personally. Get yourself involved in more reading, pursue a course to learn something more, and get more knowledge, to educate yourself more in what you're involved in order for it to grow. Yeah, and do the personal work, the self-work to grow your business. So it's up to you as the owner of the business to grow your business as best as you can. So understanding the key processes that need to be performed in your business. Now everybody have different businesses, and you as the owner must engage in research to identify processes in order to allow your business to scale. Your client onboarding process, what process you're going to develop to onboard your clients, what process you're going to develop to offboard your clients, what process you're going to develop to market your products. Everything in these large scale, mature businesses is governed by processes and systems, right? So the key objectives that need to be achieved. Do you have objectives for your business? And I realized interacting with a lot of people from the Caribbean, they have no goals, no objectives, nothing in writing for their businesses. Most of them have nothing in writing for their businesses. So if you have no goal, what are you aiming for in your business? If you have no goals, what are you aiming for? If you want your business to grow, let's say you want your business to grow, you start off the year, I want to generate $1 million in revenue at the end of the year. How are you going to go about that? But if you're just operating haphazardly for the year, you have no goals generated for your business, you have no objectives generated for your business, how are you really functioning? What do you want to achieve? Yeah, so that's part of business growth, to develop goals and objectives and systems and processes and how to achieve your goals for your business. So as entrepreneurs, I want us to think of that. Develop objectives, develop where you want your business to go. What is the vision and mission of your business? What are the strategic goals for your business? We're half of the year already. Before the year end, where do you want to see your business at? Where do you want your business to be at the end of the year? Yeah? So as business owners, we need to think of that and not operate haphazardly, as we're going to get haphazard results. Right? We can even have goals for even our followers on social media. By the end of the year, I want to have at least 3,000 followers so I can have a larger reach for my products. By the end of this year, I want to develop a course for my business. By the end of the year, I want to increase my email marketing list to 1,000 subscribers. So therefore, I will need to develop a free ebook, a free webinar, or something to generate leads for somebody to give me their email address for. So what are your goals for your business? What do you hope to achieve for your business? Right? So we as female entrepreneurs, we as women empowering women, and we really need to think about, what do we want? What do we really want? Do we really want, what type of business do we really want? What type of life do we really want? What type of family do we really want? How do we really want our business to be governed? What type of branding we want for our business? What do you want your clients to leave your business feeling as? A luxury brand? You know, so we need to, as entrepreneurs, question and really map out, what do we want for our business? And I think I believe business planning is so important. To really sit down and flesh and sketch out, what do you really want your business to be, right? So if your business depends on you, you don't own a business, you have a job. And that's what we were saying earlier on. I mean, it's hard to take that blow, but if your business is fully reliant on you, you have a job, you don't really have a business. But when your business could operate without you, you could maybe have an appointment today and you were able to go to your appointment without being stressed and wondering about, what's going to happen in my business, right? So your business, if your business depends on you, you have a job. You don't have a business.
I totally agree with that, Roxanne. It's a chore, it's a job. So sometimes you leave your job in the corporate world to go into entrepreneurship, and you feel even more exhausted.
You feel more exhausted.
And one of the things that Lisa was saying is that we don't want to experience burnout.
Yeah.
Right? And when we experience burnout, if it is you're producing a product and during that time you're stressed and you are so tired, how am I going to give my best?
How are you going to give your best?
So when we experience burnout, we cannot operate effectively and we cannot give our best to others. So we have to try our best to prevent that from happening.
And you start to get complaints now from customers.
Right.
Because when your delivery now before would have been maybe in 2 days, now we're taking 4 days because you're burnout.
Exactly. And what Lisa was also saying, we need to know when it is time to step back and get help. Yeah.
Correct. And now you have more errors too within your business.
Right.
You have more errors now because you're burnt out, you're tired. Yes, right. So it's important as this, and we have so much technology now that could even automate certain processes in our business. My appointment system is automated. Right? So there's certain things that you can look at in your business and see if it's a repetitive task, it could automate it. So as business owners, it's up to us now to be educated and to do research about how we can make our business more streamlined and efficiency, effectiveness. Yeah, because we want to provide that white glove experience for our clients. We want them to come back. We want them to tell others about this wow client experience they have with us. And we're not going to have that if we burn out and we're exhausted. Right? So I encourage us as female entrepreneurs to really take some time to think about what do we really want for our business? What is the vision for our business? What goals we have for our business? And we should be examining whether our goals were achieved at the end of the year. We create an audit in our business. And the goals that we set out, did we really accomplish these goals? And if not, what hinder us from achieving these goals? Right? And then we fine tune it and we know how to work on improving that. So it's very important that we audit our business, we audit our finances, we audit our operations, right? And with auditing, you are able to detect the problems and what hinders and the hindrances and the challenges that resulted in you not being able to achieve your goals. Right? So when we create goals, we create systems. It's more important to create systems when you create your goals. So I want to emphasize that too. So you set your goal and you create your systems on how to achieve your goal. Right? Because the purpose of going into business is to get free of a job. So you can create jobs for other people. But we go into entrepreneurship and we create jobs for ourselves. Yeah, and as Lisa was saying, we need to know when it's time to step back and allow help to come in. As Lisa was saying, the business is our baby, that's our babies. It's hard to release it to somebody else, to operate it. Because this is our idea and this is our thing that is attached to us. Yeah. But you can't scale your business without bringing people on board, without a good team.
I think, Roxanne, sometimes, and this goes with a lack of knowledge, and it happens to the best of us, especially early in business. When you think, okay, I'm selling this, let me use myself as an example, right? Assuming I'm selling this dress for $1,500, right? And you have this limited mindset or this limited way of thinking that, okay, if I do this dress, if I design this dress, I sew this dress, I paint this dress, and I sell this dress, all the money will be mine, as opposed to bringing in somebody. Not thinking that if somebody's there, I may be able to produce 3 of those dresses in one day, as opposed to just that one and keeping that, So I think that also is a part of, takes a part in persons not bringing on help, because they're looking at the finances and thinking, well, bringing on help, I have to pay a salary, not realizing that production would be, over the top. If you actually bring in help, you'd be able to produce a lot more, right? And I have seen it quite recently in my business, where I brought in someone and, there's so much that I just don't have to do anymore.
Yep.
So I could do more of what I do, and of course make way for me to make more. Yeah?
Correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah, and as you're rightfully saying earlier on, is mindset. So that is why your mindset needs to change at every level of your business. Because in the infancy level, you'll be thinking like that. But in the adolescence level, you will realize in the infancy level, you can't do this thing on your own fully because you will not survive it. The business will close down if you don't seek help. So it's mindset. I tell people every time, entrepreneurship is mindset. You really have to renew your mind with entrepreneurship. And at every level will require a different level of you, a different version of you. Every level will require a different version of you. So you as the owner, as the leader, have to be continuously growing, right? For your business to continuously grow and to withstand the growth, the foundation and the structure, you have to grow as the owner of the business. And the business will take out from there. And as you rightfully said, when you hire people and you have more time now to do the strategic work, which is the CEO work, and focus on how to take your business to another level and to let that creative juices flow, whereby now you could think of other generating revenue, passive income ideas to bring to your business. Because when you're fully immersed in your business, you don't really have time to think about all them things you're studying to do the technical work. So since I have these persons working with me, I don't have to think about going on Canva and designing social media templates. I have my standard. I just tell her, okay, let's do this. We have a meeting once a week. We organize a calendar. She organizes everything. It's on the ClickUp system. I approve it. She submits it. Right? So yeah. So now we're going to discuss working on your business and not in it. So go to work on your business as if it were the pre-production prototype of a mass producible product. What we're thinking here now, think of your business as a franchise model and how you can produce your business multiple times. Like in every country in this world that you go to, there's a KFC. So think of your business now and how you can replicate your business. Right? So whatever business you're involved in, take some time to think of how you could produce this business multiple times, because that's how you're going to scale. And remember, you could produce your business multiple times by a course. You could produce your ideas multiple times and put it in an ebook and sell it. So you think about how you could produce your business and how your business could work without you. And have the same standards and procedures. You know, so like with KFC, any KFC you go around the world, any Subway you go around the world, everything is the same because everything is governed by systems. So now you have to think of your business as a way now and create systems in your business. So whereby anyone that comes into your business and work, your customer, your client always have the same service, the same quality of service. You're with me, Lisa and Crystal and everybody else?
Yes.
Right. So if you have a certain, okay, I have standard operating procedures for my client onboarding processes. So anybody comes and work with me, they have to follow that.
Right.
So that's how you systemize your business. You have procedures whereby everything must follow a particular structure. So in your business, think of that. Right? So you go to work on your business rather than in it. And you ask yourself the following questions. How can I get my business to work, but without me? Those are the questions I want you all to write down to think of tonight. How can I get my business to work, but without me? How can I get people to work, but without my constant interference? How can I systemize my business in such a way that it could be replicated? How can I own my business and still be free of it? Those are thought-provoking questions, thought-provoking, right? How can I get my business to work, but without me? How can I get people to work, but without my constant interference? And how can I systemize my business in such a way that it could be replicated? And how can I own my business and still be free of it? So those are your assignment for tonight, those questions, answer those questions. Right? Those are the things I want you to get from your business, because when you answer those questions, it's what is going to take your business to that next level.
Those questions are really, really important to a lot of us, sole traders, and even myself, who I'm still in the infant stage, right? And already have experienced burnout.
Yeah.
So this meeting tonight, it did a lot for me.
Okay, great.
Definitely.
Yeah. So what you really want is freedom. What you really want is peace of mind. What you really want is flexibility and a business not fully reliant on you. Right? So answering those questions before is what is going to help you to achieve those things, because now you're going to have systems, processes, and procedures in your business to give you that freedom, to give you that peace of mind, to give you that flexibility, and to give you that business that is not fully reliant on you. So now is the time where business owners understand working smarter, not harder. And in the first world countries, like in America and in England, and most of them, a lot of colleagues I have in the States as well, and a lot of them are on this new phenomenon of automating their business. I don't know if you all hear about these, because I help business owners automate their business, whereby when you sleep in, your business still running. So your appointment systems is automated. There are things on your website is automated, right? In the first world countries, they respect automation. They respect systems. So I have friends that are too into automation, and they mostly look for clients abroad, because in the Caribbean, they're not getting paid for their services, because the importance of automation is not respected in the Caribbean, but it's respected in the first world countries because they believe in scaling your business. Yeah. So working smarter is whereby you have systems in your business and technology working for you in your business as well. Right? So you want to leave a legacy, and you want to position yourself for the growth that you want to see. Right? So business is an art and a science. To successfully develop a serious business, you need specific information, as we were talking about earlier on. You need to educate yourself. You need to do more reading. You need to do more research, and ask for help. Seek experts that within your field that can really help you to scale your business. Right? So it doesn't have to be hard. It's only hard if you choose to stay that way. And you cannot go to the next level without up-leveling support. And as you were rightfully saying, to get to that adolescent stage, you need to bring help on board, right? To really take your business to that another level. And it comes with sacrifice. It comes with sacrifice, because when you're initially in that adolescent stage, you really have to do sometimes without money, much money to pay your employees, because you're now starting off, moving from the infancy stage, right? And now you have somebody that you're fully responsible for. Right? Thank you so much for your time. Any questions, any answers? Any questions, sorry. Any questions, any concerns?
A lot of sole traders, they tend to think that another person won't be able to manage their business better than them. And yeah.
And they're scared of releasing it to them.
Exactly. Yeah.
But again, it's risk taking. You have to take a risk. And then, as I said, they develop systems in place. They develop procedures, standard operating procedures. So they have to follow those procedures. Right? So you create SOP, standard operating procedures, for every main revenue generating areas of your business. And whoever you're bringing on board have to follow those procedures. And you too, as the owner, need to ensure that you have some kind of accountability, because even though you delegate to them, you still can't just surrender everything to them without finding out or getting a report from them of what was done. Yeah, so you delegate, but you still maintain that accountability from them. You with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they still need to be accountable to you and submit reports, have weekly meetings, what really happened, because I think that's the problem with a lot of sole traders when they now bring on board an employee. It's like, okay, now we have somebody, let's delegate everything to them. And they don't really follow up on what they're doing. So there were the problems happen, and I saw that happen already. I saw it happen already. They fully gave their business over. So they were so happy to have somebody now to help them in their business, but there was no accountability.
Right.
And there's where the problem lies. There was no accountability, there was no systems, there was no procedures for your staff to follow. So before you bring anyone, you need to have those things in place. Sorry, Krista.
One of the things that you said earlier that we have to keep in mind is what exactly is your goal? What is the objective? Do you want to spend more time with your family later on? What do you really want?
Correct.
So it's very important to ask yourself
very
that.
Important. Yeah, and the year is coming to an end. So I think we need to think of that too. What do we want our business to be before the year? What do we want to achieve? And I really think we need to spend some time thinking of even really where we want our business to be. By the end of this year, I want to have my coaching program fully organized. And from next month, I'm actually later on this month, I'm organizing a membership. So I'm going to have my colleagues from America, from Florida, from Washington. Sometimes they're going to come in from even locally. Crystal, I might bring you sometime on board to say something. So I'm going to have at least 2 expert speakers. We're going to have master classes every month. We're going to have a book club, all for $25 a month. So this is something I've been thinking about from earlier on this year. And now it's been executed. And I want to have a course too by September. So I have goals for my business, right? So I have something that I'm aiming towards. So I am operating haphazardly in business.
Right.
Right. So, and I think that is why a lot of people, their business really not going to another level because they have no goals. They just, all right, we have a business, we sell 10 dresses, we make money. Some of them don't even know what is their profit. Some of them don't even know what is their cost to generate. Some of them don't even know what's their cost price. Well, I mean, if you can't know what is your profit, if you don't know what's your cost. So it's really to really generate, to really, your cost to really produce a product. Some people don't really know the cost. Some people don't even know how much profit they made last year. I mean, if you want to make $1 million, you need to work out the figures. If it's going to cost me A, B, and C, then I need to do this amount of sales to make my profit of $1 million. So a lot of us don't really engage in the figures, right? Even with our services, some of our services are not even cost properly. We're not costing our service properly. So some of us working for little profit margins. And we all stressed out, but your time is money.
Sure is.
So we're producing for little income and it's not equivalent to the time we're spending. Right? So,
and while we are on the topic of money, I want to ask this, right? Because, I mean, we spoke about passion and taking our business to the different stages. But at the end of the day, if we're not making money or if we're not making a profit, it's a hobby. Yeah?
It's a hobby, correct.
It's a hobby. So while we don't want to just be working for money, at the same time, it's important. How long? Because I would have heard some of those conglomerates and stuff speak about breaking even for years and some even running at a loss for years before they actually come into any kind of, great profit. How long does, and I am limiting this question to us third worlders, right?
Yeah.
Because you have a fair idea as to how we operate in business here, right? Or whether it's a sole trader, a partnership, or an LTD. How long would it be okay for us to break even before we actually, right? Because it happens. It happens in business. right? And sometimes it happens for over a period of time. But you have the confidence in this business. You know that you can do it. You know that it's going somewhere. You know that eventually you would, make something substantial. So you're not giving up just because you're maybe running at a loss for a period or breaking even. When do you know, okay, no, I'm running at a loss for too long, or I'm breaking even for too long? It's either I do something different, or this is not it. This is not for me.
After 1 year. After 1 year, if it's still breaking even, then you need to analyze. How you can bring in more money in your business, or restructure your services to make it more premium, so you get more for your time.
Right, I get it.
Right. So if after a year, because if after a year you're still breaking even, then you need to audit your business.
Right.
You need to audit, You need to audit your finances and your service offerings, because and your service offerings, what you're offering.
What I'm offering, okay.
The cost that what you're offering it at is, you may need to change it a bit and add more value to your service to increase your price. Right, because remember, now you're exchanging time for money. Right, so you have to find out a way now how to make your service more premium, so you can generate more money for your time. And there's where entrepreneurs now come into the other level of venturing into membership, venturing into courses, if you're offering a service, right? Because these now will allow you to make more passive income. Right, whereby now you would increase your profit margins. So that's why you have to be innovative, and you always have to be thinking. But if it's a year past and you're not making a profit, you're still breaking even, then you need to audit your offerings and your business. You need to audit it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I see that we have gone over the time.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it went by pretty
well.
Yeah.
So,
thank you so much, Crystal and Lisa, for this opportunity.
I just want to thank you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and speak with us.
Thank you for this privilege. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes, we appreciate it too as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So I'm assuming you're already in the group. If you are, your number.
Yeah.
Yes,
I want to share a business strategy workbook that is free. I want to share it for persons on
definitely.
I will send the link to Crystal, and
yes,
she will submit it.
Definitely will do. Thank you so much.
That I want to share. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Take care, my dear.
Everyone who is online with us. Bye.
Bye.